दो तीन लाइन बोलूंगी। हेलो एवरीवन। आपका फिर से स्वागत है सीआईसी के वीकली सेशन में। और आज हमारे साथ जो स्पीकर है उनका नाम माधव है, और ही हिमसेल्फ इज अ कैंसर सर्वाइवर। और आज उनकी जर्नी से हमें काफी कुछ सीखने को मिलेगा। इस बीच इतने सालों में उन्होंने अपनी इस जर्नी में क्या सीखा, क्या नया पाया, कुछ खोया तो क्या खोया। एंड आई एम प्रिटी श्योर बहुत सारे लोगों को बहुत सारी चीजें इससे सीखने को मिलेंगी। एंड सॉरी, हम लोग बीच बीच में थोड़ा ब्रेक ले लेते हैं, बट वी आर डेफिनेटली ट्राइंग टू कीप दिस ऑन टाइम। एंड ऑल द न्यू पीपल, वेरी वेरी वार्म वेलकम। uh, हम लोग चाहेंगे कि आप लोग जब भी आप लोगों को टाइम दे, प्लीज कीप जॉइनिंग अस एंड कीप सपोर्टिंग एंड मोटिवेटिंग अस सो दैट वी कीप डूइंग these kind of sessions. So this group which you all know is cancer survivors in India. ये ग्रुप एक कैंसर सर्वाइवर ने ही स्टार्ट किया था 2017 में, सावन विश्वकर्मा ने। और आई मीन यू कैन सी कि आई थिंक 4,000 से भी ज्यादा लोग अभी इसमें जुड़े हुए हैं। देयर आर पीपल who are helping us in many different ways. Either उनका इट्स नॉट कि फाइनेंशियल हो, इमोशनल हो। और माधव जैसे लोग जो पब्लिकली आके अपनी जर्नी शेयर करते हैं, उससे काफी लोगों को होप मिलती है, पॉजिटिविटी मिलती है, इंस्पिरेशन मिलती है। और यही नहीं, काफी कुछ सीखने को भी मिलता है उनके एक्सपीरियंस से। और यही हमारा मेन गोल है इस ग्रुप का, कि हम ज्यादा से ज्यादा तक लोगों तक पहुंचे। और आपस में एक दूसरे के एक्सपीरियंस शेयर करने से उन्हें जो भी इमोशनल सपोर्ट मिल सकता है, या कोई कभी कभी मेडिकल क्वेरीज होती हैं, वो उनको आंसर करते हैं एज बेस्ट ऑफ अवर नॉलेज। और उनमें से एक बहुत जो हमारा इम्पोर्टेंट इनिशिएटिव है वो ये सीरीज है, जहाँ पे डॉक्टर्स आते हैं और सर्वाइवर्स, केयर गिवर्स, जिनसे किसी भी तरह से कैंसर के पेशेंट या उनके केयर गिवर को हेल्प मिलती है, वही हम करने की कोशिश करते हैं। और डेफिनेटली हम लोग जानते हैं कि कितना स्टिग्मा है कैंसर के अराउंड, सो उस पर भी काम करना ये हमारा एक मेन इम्पोर्टेंट गोल है। और फंड रेजिंग अनदर गोल। सो किसी भी तरह से इफ यू आर आप इस वीडियो रिकॉर्डिंग को देख रहे हैं, फील फ्री टू रीच आउट टू अस। आपको जो भी लगता है, अगर आप हमें हेल्प कर सकते हैं, फंड रेजिंग हो, आपकी अपनी स्टोरी शेयर करना हो, या आपको लगता है आप किसी हेल्थ केयर डिपार्टमेंट से हैं, किसी भी तरह आप हमें हमें अवेयरनेस सेशन कर सकते हैं, सो प्लीज रीच आउट टू अस। And yeah, thank you for listening. I'll be handling. So first of all, Madhav, thank you so much for accepting our request and joining us today. हम सभी की तरफ से आपको बहुत बहुत ही धन्यवाद। So I will not even give much introduction about you. I would like to introduce yourself and talk about your cancer journey. And so
Thank you
yeah.
for giving me the opportunity. Uh, like I said, she said, Savita ji, I am a cancer survivor. I was diagnosed with leukemia 12 years ago. And so much time have been passed, but I feel that I'm lucky to share my experience. And today I'll be sharing a patient perspective. Uh, in my journey, I will be sharing the first stage right from diagnosis to communication with the family period, pre-hospitalization, what was my experience, treatment of chemotherapy, what I went through, effects of chemotherapy, then period between chemotherapy and the recovery after, you're completely recovered. That phase is also critical. Now, I correlate with this V shape. One, V means victory, you have overcome the disease. Second, I think in from my experience, this V signifies a deep shape signifies a deep slide, because the nature of the disease is such that it goes to the bottom. And by bottom, what I mean is those critical phases where your body has to respond to the treatment. And the other part of the V is, recovery takes time. It is not as easy, and you have to give yourself time. So, having said that, I think I will start with my story, how I was diagnosed with cancer. I was 28 years old and I was just, going about my business. I was in South India on a sales tour. I was traveling, and, in South India, you travel in buses, you travel in trains. And at the fag end of my tour, I was feeling really fatigued. And like most of the survivors would know that cancer has a peculiar symptoms. It's not obvious, but you're not comfortable, and slowly the fatigue grows on you. And whenever I used to rest, I was completely fine. But as time passed, I thought I should, take a doctor's opinion, because you feel that, the time is passing, but the undercurrent is the time is running against you, knowing the nature of the disease. So I went to my family physician, and he just diagnosed me. He checked my throat. He checked my temperature. There was nothing obvious about it. But as I was about to leave the door, a thought passed his mind. Madhav, let's do a blood test. And that was something, opened up the key diagnosis. A burst inside me. After the blood test, he called me and he wanted to do a spleen sonography. So I went and did the sonography, and he specially instructed me after the sonography to wait at my office because it was, midway from my home. And as I was getting fatigued, I called him. I said, I wanted to go home, want to rest. But he said, no, wait there. And before I know, he was at my office, and I was seeing some unusual movements in my office. He was interacting with my brother and, the other family members. And I was like, weird. I was like, what's happening? And then he called me. And then he said, your reports are not normal. You have leukemia. Your white blood cells are 1,65,000. And at that point, I was like, that's cancer. The first question that runs through my head and through the entire body, in my veins, in my blood, in my arteries, is why me? And I'm sure all the survivors, all the patients can associate with this one question. ये मेरे साथ क्यों हुआ? And after that, it's like someone throwing a chilling cold water on you while you're in deep sleep. But while this feeling of why me, grips you, I thought of a bigger picture. I thought of my son. I thought of my family. My son was only 1.5 years old. I was recently married. We had just moved into a nucleus family. And I thought, how will they manage without me? So somehow I gathered strength, and I tried to call my friends to gather some inner strength so I could, overcome and see it as it comes. But before you digest the news, it's time to communicate to your family members. I am sure at some point, whether as a patient or as a survivor or even as a family member, you have to take this responsibility to communicate this news, this critical news, to your family members. In my situation, I had to communicate this news to my wife. If you are thinking, why me? Your family members are thinking, oh God, why this? And she was absolutely nervous. She was broken down. But if I look back after 12 years, I think it's very important that you give your family members the space, that time to absorb the news, because they are going to be your strength and you have to be their strength, because the line of treatment will have to be decided. I know as patients, we want the best doctors, we want the best treatments, we want it to be financially feasible, and we are concerned about our safety. Yes, having said that, second opinions are important. In my case, Tata Memorial Cancer Hospital was discussed in Bombay, but my doctors advised against that. One, because I would have to travel to Bombay. I live in Ahmedabad, Gujarat. So I would have to reshift, reallocate myself to that city, and it not at the cost of my immunity because I had blood cancer. So second opinions are important, but I would say timely treatment is more important. So whatever your type of cancer would be, I would say timely treatment is important. And I'm sure you can discuss with your oncologist or your family physicians, they would be able to guide. Well, when everything is set in terms of your line of treatment, your doctor, it would be time for hospitalization. And you would all would agree that this pre-hospitalization period is a perfect example of how life can be uncertain. I'm sure everyone would have unique experiences of how the situation can be uncertain. It could be your job, it could be your family members, it could be you. All the situations can be unique. And it's important that you come forward and share your experience because it is worth sharing your experience because someone would benefit from it. In my situation, I had to take care, we as a family had to take care of who would stay with my son, and long term arrangements should be made. And the I would suggest that delegate all your responsibilities to someone. In my situation, my house was under construction, but I had to delegate to someone because your health is a priority at that point of time. And last, when you're entering the hospital, just remember you can fight the disease. You are bigger than the cancer because this thought will help you at the crucial stages of your treatment. Well, and before I knew, I was administered with a strong dose of chemotherapy. In my situation, it was very clear that the first chemotherapy would be the deciding factor whether I would undergo bone marrow transplant or not. So the dose of my first chemotherapy was really high. And I remember, one of my family members asking the doctor that, what will happen since my white blood cells were 1,65,000. The normal range is up to 10,000. And the oncologist, being a warrior, confidently replied, "Oh, you're going to blast them all." And I was like, yes, I should be tough. But chemotherapy side effects slowly started on me. And before I knew it, my hairs were falling. I was physically decimated. Mentally, it was very depressing because you are in an isolated room, and emotionally, your entire self concept changes. I was a 28-year-old man and I couldn't even take 4 steps going to the bathroom. I needed help with all my daily tasks. Now, this all happened in a span of 4 to 5 days. So it's really challenging and it really affects your self concepts. What did I do? I shared my anxiety with my doctors, and the doctor, he put his hand on my toes and he encouraged me that cancer is given by God only to the toughest, only to the strongest who can fight them, who can overcome them. And every day such, motivation words are given to you because every morning I was treated with a blood test. You know, it's not, and the chemotherapy side effects are such that you have thrombosis that the anesthetist even cannot find your veins. So it was a painful process. And as I remember, I would advise patients that not to keep your anxiety in your head. Share it out with the doctor, share it out with the nurses. They are very supportive. I'm sure they would be supportive. For example, the nurses used to send a message to my wife or whoever was there at the hospitals with me that tell the patient that side effects are good. In the sense, the more side effects they feel, it means that The medication is working on the body. The body is responding. Though it is easily said than done, but such tips keeps you motivated. As the effects of chemotherapy grew at this stage, I was vulnerable. I wanted to give up. I was on external support in terms of immunity. I was administered by blood, platelets, antibiotics, antifungals, everything. My body was absolutely weak. I could only feel my breath. And I listened to a lot of spiritual music like Om or Mahamutrinjay. It was silently playing. You try to gather strength. But as I look back, I remember one SMS coming from a devotee of Art of Living, and that word surrender struck to me. I was so weak that I could only feel my breath, and breath being, you know, the source, the urja of our life, took me to a space of surrender. Surrender in that point of time does not mean weakness. It does not mean that you have given up, but it is of a feeling and that you are connected you have with the higher consciousness. That I gave in to the higher consciousness and I was willing to accept whatever happened with me to me. I still remember the doctor was anxious. He called me at this point of time and he said, Beta, give me 48 hours and I will get you out of this condition. I just listened, I couldn't respond. But the word surrender had started doing its magic. Few days later, I was discharged and I had to take a bone marrow test. And my chromosomes had recovered. I was out of leukemia. It was unexpected by him. He thought that I would undergo bone marrow transplant, but I didn't. Yes, I did have to go for another three more chemotherapies, including this, which would be part of the uh, dosage. Now, having said that, in my situation, and I'm sure that many other patients would have different phases of treatment, but in my situation, there was a gap of 10 to 15 days for my body to recover and go back for the second and get admitted for the second, third, and fourth chemotherapy. Now, the period between the chemotherapy has two parts. One part is where there will be a tension in the house because you're not fully recovered. Your family members are under stress. Strong opinions will be shared. There will be quarrels in the family because they have also done a lot of running around while you were in the hospital. For example, my hemoglobin was so low that I needed blood very frequently. So my wife had to stay at the hospital. At the same time, while she was not, she had to search for someone to give blood. Despite planning earlier, I still needed more blood. So strong opinions will be exchanged. At the same time, your priority as a patient's priority should be that your body should recover. Your immunity is your priority. And yes, there will be tendencies within your mind, to pick up those X factors. Those X factors would be your job, your left behind projects, etc. But leave those aside. You don't want to get into a stressful situation, into an anxious situation, which affect your immunity because you might have to gain a lot of weight. Nutrition is also important during this period, and you should stay away from fever. Otherwise, secondary infections can create a lot of complications. Well, before I knew, it was the last phase of my treatment, and I was pretty much used to the side effects. However, you should avoid stress in the cancer ward and still guard your immunity because you don't want secondary infections. and the time came for the discharge. The time, I still remember the time between the discharge summary and the moment you are discharged feels like a longing, as if you're going to be out of a jail for a long period. You find ways to divert your mind, but it's really tough. And finally, when you're out of that room, you feel a lot of gratitude. Gratitude towards your to the entire medical staff, your family, your doctors, and everyone. Everyone in the sense you wouldn't even know how many people have contributed to your recovery. For example, I didn't know how many people came and gave blood for me. So you really want to express that gratitude. Well, having said that, I think it's important as a patient, and from a patient's perspective, I strongly want to communicate that recovery will take time. Recovery is not linear. Everyone takes their own time to get back into the so-called normal aspects of the life. That's why, having said that, I would just like all the viewers to take 30 seconds and see the similarities and the differences between the circles, between the orange circle and the white circle. How can you distinguish both of them? Just take a couple of minutes to analyze them. And you can write, if you want, you can share your views in the chat box.
Slide, slide is slanted, like you did something.
Sorry, yeah,
Okay.
sorry.
So one is like all medical, one set is
Yes, perfect.
Yeah, I think
one.
Madhav, the one in the color is
Hmm.
what is not in your hands, and the one without color is what you can do.
Yeah, perfect. And this is what, after you have recovered, I want the patients and the survivors to understand this, that all the orange circles is all the known aspects. What I mean by known means, I mean that your type of cancer is known, your diagnosis is known, your treatment is known, your doctor is known, your medication is known, your environment is restricted in the sense that you are in a cancer ward, your side effects are known, and the period of your hospitalization is more or less, communicated. But what is unknown is your priorities at that moment in your life, your phase of life for that particular period, your communication, your dynamics within the family, your individual time to heal from this trauma, and other X factors could be anything. With it could be from different from person to person. It could be the job, it could be, like in my case, it was the construction of my house, and it could be, you know your family dynamics or anything that is affecting your individual life. And my message is that, the unknown factors take time. So how do you deal with those unknown factors? In my case, I did a lot of art of living courses, meditation, yoga, help, and I changed my lifestyle. And it helped me emotionally recover. And it does not only help you recover your cancer treatment, but entire, all the trauma from your life also will come up during this particular period. So it's important that you be patient with yourself. And last but not the least, I think seva, in the sense, gratitude also help. just by sharing your experience. Also, I think it helps you heal, you feel better about yourself. So, last but not the least, I will just sum up what I said, the lessons that I learned from cancer. I feel cancer can be a catalyst to awaken your inner strength when you are thinking of why me, when you are under the shock of the diagnosis. Second, cancer can be a catalyst for empathy when you have to communicate those delicate news to your family members. Cancer can be a catalyst for tapping your wisdom in the time of uncertainties when you're planning for that hospitalization. You don't know whether you will come back or not. Cancer can be an catalyst for surrendering to the higher consciousness at the time when you need to recover, at the time when your body needs to respond. Cancer can be a catalyst to live a contented life, to change your lifestyle after you have recovered. Cancer can be a catalyst to express your gratitude. And that is one of the reasons I am here. 2 years back, someone asked me to share my experience, and I just shared it in one page. And that one page became a published book. And after that, this is the reason I'm here. I'm sharing my experience. And I can look back and I can see that how cancer helped me in the process of self discovery because I only shared my experience. So I strongly suggest all the survivors and all the patients to come forward because you don't know how you are going to be the hope for others. And last but not the least, cancer can be a catalyst for us to connect with each other. It can be a strength if we connect with each other. Thank you.
Thank you, Madhav, for sharing. It was very well put it, like very concise. Uh, you were not all over here and there. सब कुछ वहाँ पे था कि क्या बोलना है, क्या नहीं बोलना है. I think which was very nice. मेहुल आपका ही हैंड सबसे पहले रेज हुआ है. ओके, ओवर टू यू.
Yeah. Madhav, if you're done with the presentation, we can just, come back to the big screen. Uh,
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, and
So we interact here.
yeah, and I wanted to add one thing because I have that chemo brain and I make good use of it. So cancer is like a filter. It will filter out your good ones and the bad ones, from my experience. Like I know, like you will have lost many people who didn't be with you during cancer, and you will have got many people who were there with cancer. So that I think you should add in your slide. Cancer is like who are your true friends and who are not your true friends. So just a suggestion.
आपका you can try to stop sharing. माधव, वो स्क्रीन अभी भी शेयर हो रहा है. हाँ.
okay, I'll stop.
यस, यस. सो दैट
Is,
यू कैन डायरेक्टली सी, हम लोगों को भी अच्छे से दिखेगा हम किससे बात कर रहे हैं.
yeah, is it clear now?
आई थिंक
No,
इट्स
not yet.
या
Yeah,
या
now.
नो, इट्स
No.
स्टिल देयर.
Or you can cancel the screen sharing, maybe that because I think I don't need that anymore. I'm
मेहुल
trying.
आप ट्राई करेंगे, आप होस्ट हैं.
कहाँ पे मिलेगा कैंसर?
यू कैन ट्राई.
Yeah,
Oh
I
yeah,
ओके, हो
now
गया.
now it
या,
is.
इट्स डन. या.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, so I think someone else also wanted to,
Anita.
Anita ji, please unmute yourself and yeah, you can say or ask whatever you want.
Yeah, Madhav, so I really would like to compliment you for taking this initiative of sharing your journey, putting it in a book form, because I'm sure it will encourage a lot of people and it will give hope to them. and the courage to fight. So well done. Congratulations on your initiative and the great work that CSI is doing. I came to know about it the first time. So, congratulations to the entire team as well. It was wonderful listening to you, Madhav.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anita ji. Thank you so much. Can we know a little bit about you as well? Now you know that what you are doing, we would also like to know about you.
Well, I am into the field of education and I am basically a communication skills facilitator and a storyteller for kids. So
Okay.
the reason to join was just out of curiosity to know what this organization is doing, and to listen to a cancer survivor is something that was it was something that inspired me, just out of curiosity I have joined
Okay.
to know about it.
So,
Well,
okay, great, and thanks. Yeah,
yeah,
Mehul, I think he
yeah,
can talk more about the group, but just to let you know that here most of the people who join this um, meeting or maybe the part of the group are either survivors or the caretakers. So yeah, Mehul will add more.
yeah. Thank you, Anita ji, for joining, and it's an honor for us. Definitely do try joining the group and being a part of this family. As Savita said that yeah, everyone is touched in some way by cancer. Some are cancer survivors, some are caregivers, and we are in the same boat. So, and we also have a YouTube channel where I will be posting, where we have posted all the earlier videos as well. Feel free to go watch them, you know. And I'm glad that you are a storyteller for children, and we all want to go back and be kids again. So definitely, we would love to have you someday on this platform, and you can share your story, and everyone can listen to it. Thank you again.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Uh, Anybody else has anything to ask or want to say anything? Rupa ji, are you there?
I think Reshma had a question.
Is it? Reshma, you want to? I mean, you can feel free to unmute yourself.
Yeah, good evening, madam. Good evening, everyone. I am
Yeah.
from Mangalore, South India. So I'm basically working as an assistant professor in an engineering college, and my husband is a revenue officer in the Mangalore City Corporation here. He is
Hmm.
the cancer patient which was diagnosed in 2020 earlier, first time during the COVID time. So that time he underwent 4 cycles of chemotherapy, around 34 session of radiation and one surgery. And he got cured in the sense it went some off. I mean, then every 3 months, 6 months, we had to go for the checkup. Then again, what happened is this was in 2020. So by June 29th, he had finished all the sessions. Then again, 2023, again he had an bleeding he had oral cancer. So again in 2023, he had again bleeding in the gums. And then again, when he went, uh, then they started telling that there are some bad cells. So you need to take a treatment. So what happened? They started with some chemo medicines, which didn't go work well with him. And it was negligent on our part. I mean, on my husband's part, he stopped the medicine from 2023 when he was initially started. So 1 year he didn't pay attention. He was not listening to us only. Then 2024, last year, June, it became an aggressive one. And again, he started having bleeding. And then when we did all the scannings, it came that it is slowly spreading. So then they suggested surgery. Again, my husband was not willing. He's like, no, I do already underwent the surgery. I don't want to go undergo again. And so they did the radiation. In that radiation part, half of his lips was completely damaged. I mean, everything, the teeth can be seen over there. And due to the if what is that mouth opening also became a difficult issue, and he had to eat only drink only the liquid food. He's not able to eat the solid food at all. So from last June, we have been continuously going and meeting doctors. They started with the targeted therapy. 6 cycles of targeted therapy. After that, they started, and the result came good in that, in the targeted therapy. So they told we need to do the maintenance therapy. And after again 12 cycles of maintenance therapy, when we did the scanning, it came out that the medicine is not working. Then the doctor suggested you need to go to the immunotherapy. So when we did first session of immunotherapy only, he started having the breathing issues and burping. He was not able to eat food and all. And little whatever mouth opening was it, that also completely stopped. And then when we told doctor, he's like, no, no, you have to complete 4 cycles of immunotherapy. Only then the medicine will be active. Then second cycle also same issues. Doctor told no, you have to continue. After third cycle, we completely stopped because he had breathing issues. He was going to office till then. Since he is a government employee, there was no much too much of pressure on him. He has government vehicle to pick, and driver is there. Others used to drive also. Even now he drives. When we go to now, we were. I'm just waiting for the session to get over because we have to go and dress up his wound. So now what had happened, other than his face, near to the jaw, there is one more lump over there, and it has started increasing over there. So doctor has again suggested for radiation, and they have told to meet tomorrow. Now I am really clueless or helpless as to only I have to take the decisions on what to do. I don't know really what to do, what the doctors are talking, because there are a lot of side effects. He was initially 85 kg, now he's reduced to 45 kg, and weight is decreasing day by day. First of all, he's not able to eat anything. He's only on liquid food. That's why I put a post in the group, or I was just searching this Facebook, and many had suggested for me that New Delhi, all this. To be frank, I've never been to Delhi. I don't know these places also, and to go there and search for the places, search for the doctor, because at the end of it is only me and you. No one is there to. I mean, difficult times we know no one is there to take care actually. All EAD, all 101 friends, everyone was there for boozing party, all parties. But when now it is only me and him, only we both go to the hospital. Now we are just waiting to go to the hospital for his dressing up over there. So it is only we. I mean, in this journey, I know that even he understands now, like who are his true friends or who is his family and all. So financially, I'm not asking any help for anyone because by God's grace, somehow we are managing. We both are working. It is okay. But if someone could guide us, like we don't know, like what is the best, whether it's the English medicine to go or the Ayurvedic. Or now even when tomorrow they have told us to start, I mean, go and meet the radiation doctor, but will that radiation will be effective? Because again, all the cells will be damaged, and we are just believing the doctors. That and again, doctors are telling we cannot guarantee. So
Yeah, Reshma ji, sorry, I'm just interrupting. I know there
yeah,
are too many things going on, and you're probably looking for more or less emotional support and probably some kind of guidance as well.
yes,
Um,
madam. I don't know whether this is
yeah.
the right platform. I just logged in, so
Yeah, which is fine. There were too many things coming in, and I really do not know how exactly it has to be, responded. Mehul, you want to reply?
Yeah, Reshma, I'm sorry for what you're going through. Stay positive and strong. We are your family, okay? So feel free to, share your
thought
feelings. And what I can think of right now is we have a good oncologist, radiation oncologist in our group also. I can share her your information with her, and once she's okay, I can connect you with her. Dr. Rekha Arya is an radiation oncologist in Ghaziabad, Delhi, and she is very helpful. So maybe we are not doctors, so we cannot, exactly say what is right and what is not right. But maybe she can at least, give you some specific information. And she's in Delhi, so if you know some, if you have some questions about Delhi doctors and all, she can uh, answer them for you. So that is, I think, what I can do. If anyone else has
And
any ideas, we can share with Reshma ji.
right. So apart from like medical thing, if you feel like to talk or if you need, just to connect with people, and I can sense like there was so much of anxiety because it's everything is on your own, then definitely, you can connect with one of us, and we are there to at least we can listen, and if in any way if that helps you, and if we know somebody, having going through similar situation, probably we can try to connect with them. So that way we are definitely there. But as Mehul said, we are not the doctors, but we had our own journey. We know people going through similar situation. So yeah, definitely. Uh, Anybody else? If
How
yeah,
old is
please,
the
Rupa ji.
patient? How old is the patient? I'm sorry.
48 years, madam. 48. Now, right now, 48.
Okay, that's quite young.
Yeah, yeah.
No, it's
Thank
very
you.
different. And
It's
what is your city that you're from? Because I was in and out of the place.
Mangalore, sir. Mangalore, madam. Mangalore.
No, I wouldn't suggest you come all the way to Delhi. I mean, I don't think so.
yeah, yeah.
I don't think so. I think you can, look
Bangalore
at,
maybe. Yeah.
yeah, look at various options there. Though Delhi and
Hmm.
Mumbai are good centers. And any other support system you have from the family, Reshma?
And no, family all are there, but we are not looking for any financial one. That is, we can
No,
manage.
I'm not talking of financial. I'm talking of
No
somebody
one
to
is
go
coming
with
to
you to the
me,
doctor, somebody to do the listing, somebody to
no one.
apprise you and say, okay, it's fine. Let us take a call. Let us not take a call. Let us see this. Somebody like that. Do you have people like that with you?
No one, madam. I will have to take all the decisions. Life is becoming very hectic.
Hmm.
I don't
Yeah.
have to manage actually. I don't know what decisions to take. People are there,
It-
but they are not to take decisions. I mean, no, there's no emotional support from anyone.
yes, yes. You which hospital you're going, Reshma ji, in Bangalore?
So, Mangalore Institute of Oncology, Mangalore.
Oh, okay, okay.
And
I
what do they
mean,
say right now? What is just go step by step. I think you're a little bit in shock also. I can quite understand. But this
Yes.
is a time when unfortunately, we don't have a system whereby somebody can just come with you and, sort of take stock and say, okay,
There
this.
is no one. I only have to go. I have to put leave. I have to apply leave. Go college. Since I am working in private organization, I am into teaching also. I have my own restrictions and classes are the semesters. Engineering college is very tough, right? So for me to
Yes.
balance between the personal life, professional life, it is becoming very difficult. There is no one like you go to college. I will take care. I will take care. There is no one, and difficult to find a maid also. So it is hardly only we only have to do. So that is
Do
what
you
the
have
job.
a support system in your neighborhood? Somebody can give you some food, somebody can send food on. You need to outsource things.
Okay. Yeah,
Reshma?
yes, madam. For him, the thing is, he has to give only the liquid food, not solid food and all. So it is like we can't get it from outside. Do in the mixie grind and give him. So day by time, time to time, and it should be hot. So I cannot depend upon the outside also. And difficult to get
No,
a maid also. We are trying for all the best, but when we're telling cancer patients, say no one will come.
and how many of you are in the house? Only two of you?
Only three. My daughter is seventh standard, studying in seventh standard.
Okay. Hmm.
I would also suggest like check for a feeding tube because if he's only on like liquid diet and he cannot have that also, then I think a feeding tube is very helpful. You can check with. I had a feeding tube for 2 years.
Food, sir. He is able to have the liquid food.
Oh, okay, then that's fine. Yeah, and
yeah.
you can have those protein shakes. They are
Yes.
they are good. They are good.
Oh,
Ensure
Yeah,
and
I
and
think there could be probably Mehul and Rupa ji, I think there could be a lot of queries, and in case Reshma ji, if you are comfortable, you can connect with any one of us. I mean,
yeah,
even
later.
Piyush he can has. I mean, based on the other patient's experience, he can. I mean, we can provide some information which probably has help in some other patient. I'm
I'd
pretty
like,
sure it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I see when I've gone through it also, it can be very debilitating. One,
Hmm.
with reference to house help, it's becoming a major issue in India. For the rich class, for the super rich, for the middle class, for the average class, India has changed with the onset of the mobile phone जो दे दिया है वो नहीं का. It is going to be a disaster in a few coming years. And I'm 71, I'm saying it now. So there you'll have to, get your gadgetry together like they do in the West. One, Reshma. Two, keep your notebook with you. You will have to put aside emotion, my dear. We understand, but you will have to do it because sometimes a person goes in shock. So keep a notebook, write down things, ask the doctor this or that. You don't like the doctor, ask another doctor. Ask for help. Sometimes we go too much. Ask for help. I had friends said, how can we help? So I said, send me food. I had an idiot coming down from down the road. And my daughter said, Mother, she's roaming around in the house with nighties on. I said, Arey, chodo nighty, khana to bana de, dal sabzi bhi bana de. So this problem will be there. It is not your problem. It is all our problem. We are your family. And it is not only you who are having the problem, it's everyone. So ask for help from any support system, from where you're teaching, from your friends. Ask for help. Are you there, Reshma?
Yes, madam, I'm listening to you. Yeah.
You know, don't expect people to come. I've got friends who have dumped me long ago. So that is another thing. But sometimes we as patients feel we are the only ones suffering. No, it's the same all over. Am I right, Mehul, Savita,
Yeah,
everyone?
totally.
We're
Absolutely.
in the same boat.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
when I got it, my
I
daughter told
totally
my
agree with
husband,
you,
sit
ma'am.
at home. I don't want you to come. I don't want two patients with me. So, I mean, he didn't even know where the cancer was. We just told him, sit at home. She just said, I don't want two patients with me. But she took charge. And then I had brothers who sent food on the days. I had friends who sent, you feel bad, you vomit. And also, I don't know about the financials, but you can look at nursing care. You
Okay.
can.
Okay, madam.
In a small place like Mangalore, you could look at from morning. Usko bhi dekhna padega. You will have to look, Reshma, because they also can be idiots. Sorry,
Yes.
So you
Yeah.
will have, but if you don't want help from friends, you will have to look at it. So
Yeah.
now pick yourself up. I like what Madhav had said, that you find an inner strength. All of us rely on, and we come out very different. I'm very different after cancer. I mean, my Swamiji, my teacher tells me, तुम्हें हो क्या गया? I said cancer हुआ है. Oh, I
No,
don't
no,
care now
it's
about the word. I talk very differently. I'm blunt, I'm brusque, and I come to the point, and I don't have time to waste. So use this. I really understand if you want to connect with any one of us. With Savita is a very good talker. I'm a little blunt. Mehul is very gentle. So is Piyush. Ask them. Phone me up and say, Madam, मैं क्या करूं?
Okay, madam. Yeah, thank you.
And if you are short of jewelry, if you are short of funds, sell your jewelry. This is the time to sell it.
Yes, madam.
I
Yeah,
have
yeah.
given this advice to many people. उसको रख रख के कुछ फायदा नहीं है. वो गोल्ड वो सड़ जाएगा in the thing. अपने जिंदगी में use करो. I'm very clear about all this. So if I hope by all of us have helped you understand that you are not alone. We have
Yes.
all gone through this. We have gone through abandonment from friends. We have gone through abandonment from family. We have gone through abandonment of neighbors. I'm going through it even
job,
now.
everything.
Job.
Like,
I never did
yeah.
a job, but I found another thing. I write now. And I write very boldly.
Yeah.
So
Thank you. Thank
you will be, I can see the strength in you. It's just that you are now allowing yourself to, abhi put that umbrella on and walk in the rain.
Yes, yes. We have to
I
be
know it's
strong.
very tough. I know it. But that is life. Bhagwan Krishna
Yeah.
also said, ये है, जिंदगी है, struggle है, करो इसको, face करो. पत्थर आएंगे, हटाओ, दूसरे को मारो, पत्थर या डबक के, you have to. So,
दूसरे को मारना is like, wow.
no, you
But
can't,
yeah, we
because
have to be
yes,
strong. And as you said कि बहुत सारे friends को तो हमने जब पता चला कि we got a cancer, we never saw them. Like they
yes,
just vanished.
yes,
It is the hard reality.
yes.
I mean, job was another problem. I mean, everyone has their own challenges, Reshma ji, and we all are there. I mean, you feel free to reach out to whomever you feel you're comfortable. I'm based out of Bangalore, so in case of any network here, if it is helpful, feel free to connect with me. I know many support groups here as well. So,
Look at
but
that nursing thing.
yeah,
Just look at it. Savita, see if you can, help in
yeah,
Bangalore. I know it's a
yeah,
small town, but sometimes you can find a maid or an ayah. You need to give them a little money. And they come
yes,
in the
yes.
morning and they go in the night. ये maid का चक्कर छोड़ो, Reshma, think out of the box.
Yeah, and
Okay, madam.
yeah, and I would also like to add, sorry, I didn't want to interrupt, but even like tell your husband to be, you know, his mental status needs to be like,
Yeah,
fighting.
he's listening, sir. He's listening. He's
Oh,
sitting next
okay.
to me and
Then
listening.
if he's listening, then I would like to tell
Mm.
him that he's not alone. We all have gone through this, and he will come out. Your mind is the main cancer fighter, so make it strong, and you can do it. And we are all
Yeah,
here for you. Whenever you need us, feel free to ping anyone or connect with anyone.
And
thank.
Reshma ji, these side effects we have all faced. Just face it. Like
now,
once I was vomiting from morning till evening and everybody went into a panic. I said, my daughter said, ठीक है मैं doctor को phone करती हूँ. He said, आलू
he's
खिला
having
दो
lot
like.
of mucus coming out. So he's getting irritated to drink anything. First of all, he's into only liquid food, but now the mucus has started after the immunotherapy. So we told the doctor, they gave the cough syrup, all those things, but still it is not reducing.
It's temporary. I have gone through this. I had
Yeah,
throat
yeah.
cancer. I had a tracheostomy in my throat as well. So I have gone through this radiation, chemo. It's
Mehul,
like
maybe you could be the right person to guide in terms of med. Little bit, it might be a little effort on your
yeah,
part
yeah,
to see, कि भाई, you know,
definitely. Reshma ji, I'll put my number in the chat, my WhatsApp number, and feel free to connect whenever you want, and I can
Yes, sir.
talk with you in detail
Yeah,
on it.
thank you, sir. Thank you. Thanks to a lot to, for everyone. Thank you.
No problem.
Only thing I will
wishing you a lot of
say,
strength, Reshma.
Thank you,
Yeah,
madam.
मैं इतना ही बोलूंगा जो रेशमा जी ने और अरे बोला है कि आस्क फॉर हेल्प, कोई ना कोई पालनहार तो मिल ही
Yeah.
जाएगा कोई भी
yeah,
सिचुएशन में.
Oh, okay, sir. Yeah, thank you, sir. Yeah.
थैंक यू.
yeah, Reshma ji. Stay strong. That's what I would say, and just keep going. Have to keep going. We cannot just stuck at this point.
Yes, madam. We have to.
Uh,
Yes.
yes. Anyone else who wants to? I think Mother is the speaker today, but yeah, I think this is what we want, right, Mehul and Piyush and
Yeah,
Rupaji?
yeah,
This is what,
absolutely. We
like,
are a family.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
We are a family, right? And if people, I mean, that's what we're trying to do. If somebody who's going through this, I mean, she is panicked, we can definitely understand, and that's the time when people look for support,
I'm
and
glad
that's what
she,
we're trying to do.
yeah, Reshma might
Yeah,
be feeling a little better now talking to us, but yeah, we are. I'm glad that we had that conversation. And Madhu,
Reshma, take a paper
mm,
and pencil, make a list of all the people, try and just sit down whom you can ask for help. Say, I'm in a situation, can you help me? No, 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 put the phone down. Anybody else? Ask. It sets your mind a little compartment. Otherwise, right now, I can see just, one
yeah,
whirlwind going this way, this way, this way. No. Take a book, take a pen, and sit down and write and ask people, can you help me? Can you help? अरे कुछ ना कुछ तो हो जाएगा. And get some help in. Mangalore में होंगे, Savita, these nursing aides or something?
definitely. That's the reason I was saying, I just wanted Reshma to know that I'm here in Bangalore, so maybe some way, via some network, I can, connect with someone or can give some references. So
Oh, okay.
definitely,
For all the
yeah,
suggestions, feeling little okay now after listening to everyone.
Good.
Jumped on.
Good.
Thank you for
the,
Not at all.
yes,
And Madhav, I liked your this thing of inner strength, what you
थैंक यू.
mentioned.
yes,
I won't go over that. And I liked on your poster, I don't know where you guys picked it up. Survival isn't about getting back to who you were. It's about becoming someone even stronger.
yeah,
So just
and
do the
I loved
journey,
it.
go through the journey. कितने देर है अपना टॉर्च चलाओ और चलते चलो.
Madhu, I had a question.
Yes.
Um, uh, did like you said your son was like a couple of years old when you were diagnosed, right?
Yes.
2, 3 years old.
No,
So
less 1.5.
1.5, yeah.
1.5. Yeah.
So what kind of what did he go through? Like how did he react? I'm just curious because my son was 7 when I was diagnosed, and I saw him change a lot. He became mature too early because of me. So, what did you do any counseling or do you have any
First,
suggestions for
see,
people?
this is where I think grace works. Today he is 14 years old and he still sleeps with us. So he has never been in a
You're
situation
fortunate.
where he does not sleep away from us. But during that period, that was our anxiety ki kaise hoega. So our in-laws had to come. They came from a different city. They stayed with us, and luckily, he stayed with them at the night. And in the morning, my wife used to go early morning, and uska sab kuch dekh ke, they used to come back in the evening, and that is how. And there are some stories wo hoti hai. One night my wife was like, she was saying his name is Rohin ko kya hua, usko bukhar hai, and next day she went, he had fever. So like all of you experience that cancer has some potent experiences, some profound experiences. So that happens. And Yeah, so 1.5 years old, he may not able to relate. I mean, I was probably ashamed after I went, used to go back between chemotherapies, when you have no hair, no eyebrows, and you gain a lot of weight due to steroids and everything. So I was a little bit afraid whether he would recognize me, he would not recognize me. But like you said, everything is not permanent.
Yeah, I'm glad um everything is fine now.
Yeah.
And what did you do differently than the normal? Like, yeah, yoga, meditation, like that is understand it. But anything different from the normal?
नहीं मैंने खाली from my experiences I did a lot of art of living courses. There is one course that is known as the advanced course silence program. So that really elevates your prana, and I did my Sudarshan Kriya regularly. That helps me in my diet because I have a tendency to overthink. So just like you get your car recharged service mein dena, I just go and do this silence program where you don't speak for 48 hours, and there are and you go into deep meditation. So that helped me change my lifestyle. Like I was very impulsive, I used to take a lot of stress. So worry about small things and everything. So over a period of time that changed.
Good
Mm.
to know. Yeah.
I think that calmness we can sense, what you're doing. I mean, we can sense when you're talking.
Yeah, thank you. But like I said, it took me 12 years to share my experience. So, it's very important people come forward and share their experience
Absolutely.
because it's going to help themselves. And you don't know how it can be a hope for others.
Definitely. I mean, we all have some or other way felt that, when we are sharing our own story or our own journey with the cancer, it is somewhere we are healing within ourselves.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay, I mean, while we continue talking and people, if there are any other questions or anybody wants to comment, I just want to share the token of appreciation for you and feel free to share within your social media. And of course, we can continue talking. And if people have more questions, let me know if you can share my screen and let us know if you want to, if you want any change. I'll send it across the WhatsApp
Yeah,
and
that's
okay.
fine.
Okay,
Uh,
okay. Thank you.
Savita ji, I hope I am not late. Just want to share two learning from my
Definitely,
journey
please,
through
please.
cancer. I'm
Yeah,
Surekha.
please.
So, the somebody has told that sharing is good for us also. So, same I have felt because when I wrote about my journey through the treatment, so I felt like all my pain and everything was going, and somebody was listening. I was telling to computer, and I thought that somebody is listening, and my all pain, sorrow, everything was going. And the second thing, this disease made me to learn to love myself, value myself, take care of myself. So these thing, and third, when once before the surgery, that PET scan was going on. After the PET scan, doctor told me to wait. They wanted to see where is the infection. So that time I have thought to jump from the window. So, but that time I read a quotation. It reads like this: "This is only a chapter of your life, not the whole book." सो बी पॉजिटिव फॉर योर फ्यूचर। और उसके बाद मैंने काउंसलिंग भी लिया और मैंने लोगों के साथ शेयर की अपनी जर्नी। तो मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है कि मैं किसी को गाइड कर पाती हूँ। और मैं अगर मेरा दुख उससे कम होता है व्हेन यू शेयर योर स्टोरी योर जर्नी यू एबल टू गाइड समवन, तो आपको बहुत बहुत मतलब आपकी हीलिंग होती है, मुझे ये लगता है।
Exactly,
Yes.
exactly. That's what
तो
वही हम लोग बात कर रहे थे कि
जी,
कहीं ना
या
कहीं हम लोग, खुद हील होते
बहुत, हाँ हम लोग
हैं.
हील होते हैं उससे।
Right. And I think when first time patient get to know कि उनको इस तरह की बीमारी हुई है, I remember like when I was getting admitted, right? एक छोटी सी हमें एक फॉर्म दिया गया था कि आप ये फॉर्म भर दीजिए because you are going to get up. वो पेन नहीं चल रहा था, वो दिमाग काम नहीं कर रहा था. तो उस टाइम पे भी if someone can, I was just thinking हम लोग maybe as a social, I do not know how, but if someone can volunteer to help a patient or their caregiver,
यस,
कि चलो आपके लिए हम फॉर्म भर के दे देते हैं, वो भी बहुत बड़ी हेल्प
हाँ।
हो जाती है उस समय।
और दूसरा, जैसे आप काउंसलिंग की बात कर रहे थे, आप बोल रहे थे मैंने काउंसलिंग लिया बिकॉज मुझे जब मेस्टेक्टमी हुआ मेरा, तो मुझे कैंसर से ज्यादा मेस्टेक्टमी ने शैटर किया। मुझे लगा था कि मैं ऑफिस जाऊंगी तो लोग मुझे कैसे देखेंगे, मेरे बारे में क्या सोचते होंगे, मतलब सबसे मिलने से मैंने अपने आप को बंद कर लिया था। तो काउंसलिंग हेल्प मी, काउंसलिंग ने कहा सुरेखा ये तुम्हारी लाइफ का एक छोटा सा पार्ट है। तुम किसी की माँ हो, बहन हो, बेटी हो, पूरी लाइफ तुमने एजुकेशन किया, जॉब कर रही हो, इस लाइफ तक आई, और एक छोटा सा इंसिडेंस तुम्हारी लाइफ को कैसे बदल सकता है। तो दैट,
राइट।
फिर मुझे भी ये लगा कि ये छोटा सी बात, मतलब पूरी लाइफ हमने इतनी जी है, एक छोटा सा इंसिडेंस आके हमको पूरा शटल कर जाता है। तो मतलब मेरे लिए तो वो, फिर काउंसलिंग ने हेल्प किया कि मैं आऊं और लोगों से बात करूं। देन आई रोट
सुरेखा
अ
जी,
बुक ऑल्सो। या
right, can I ask you to be our speaker for the next session? I think
डेफिनेटली आई वुड लव टू।
Yeah,
डेफिनेटली
yeah,
मैं
definitely. We
बताऊंगी।
will.
बिल्कुल, जो मुझे लगा कि पॉजिटिव जो मोटिवेशनल कोट्स मुझे हेल्प
बिल्कुल।
किए, और
हाँ,
काउंसलिंग ने हेल्प किया। और मैं अपने आप को ब्लेस समझती हूँ कि ये मुझे हुआ, तो मुझे इसने अपनी वैल्यू समझना सिखाया।
बिल्कुल, बिल्कुल,
Yeah,
बिल्कुल। आई थिंक आप
definitely.
प्लीज, हाँ, आई मीन, यू कैन डीएम अस, ठीक है, हम लोग कनेक्ट होते हैं और किसी
डेफिनेटली।
एक
और
वीकेंड
दिल्ली
पे
में
हम लोग
अगर आप लोगों को कुछ भी चाहिए, आई मीन दिल्ली, तो आई वुड लव
हम्म,
टू हेल्प। और अगर किसी को कुछ भी मैं हेल्प कर पाऊँ, या थोड़ा सा भी
बिल्कुल,
कुछ
बिल्कुल,
कर पाऊँ।
No, no, we're
डेफिनेटली। एंड
glad to have you in the group, and definitely we would love to आपकी स्टोरी हम सुनना चाहेंगे।
डेफिनेटली,
और
मुझे तो,
मैं
हाँ, मुझे तो बहुत अच्छा लगता है अब, बिकॉज काउंसलिंग ने मुझे ओपन किया है। और मैं चाहूँ, और मैंने इसलिए भी डिप्लोमा भी शुरू किया है इंदिरा गांधी यूनिवर्सिटी से, कि मैं अगर काउंसलिंग किसी को दे पाती हूँ,
नहीं,
क्योंकि
डेफिनेटली।
दूसरे लोग नहीं समझते हैं आपका पेन। आप लोग समझ रहे हैं कि मेरी क्या जर्नी रही और आप लोगों की क्या जर्नी रही, किसी दूसरे को आप बताएंगे, दे विल नॉट अंडरस्टैंड।
नहीं, you can be
Listen,
our group's official counselor. You can help.
हाँ,
या
You
डेफिनेटली,
can
आई
या
वुड लव टू।
you can
या
बिकॉज मैं
या
तो बिल्कुल तैयार हूँ। इवन मेरे साथ तो कोई ना कोई मुझे दुख भी होता है कि एवरी मंथ कोई ना कोई नया जुड़ता है, बट कुछ उसको बोल पाते हैं, गाइड कर पाते हैं, तो मुझे अच्छा लगता है कि
वेरी नाइस,
राइट। और
वेरी नाइस।
आपने जो बात की ना, मतलब हम सब, आई एम डेफिनेटली श्योर कि सब लोग यही रिलेट करते हैं कि, है ना, लोग तो बोलते हैं 100 साल के बाद हम में से कोई जिंदा नहीं रहने वाला
वही मुझे लगता है कि सब मरे के सामने वाले हैं। आपने तो मेरे मन की बात है।
तो
मैं सब, है
काइट
ना, मेरे से मिलते तो बोलते हैं अरे कैंसर सर्वाइव, मैंने कहा यार इनमें से भी तो कोई जिंदा नहीं रहेगा, सब मुझे ऊपर मिलेंगे।
करेक्ट, तो फिर क्यों टेंशन लेने का। मैं तो
सही है।
देखता ही नहीं, मतलब छोड़, नहीं ना, तो चलो आप,
हाँ,
क्या
हाँ,
फर्क पड़ता है
सब
मुझे।
ऊपर मिलेंगे अपने को।
एग्जैक्टली।
विल मीट एवरीवन देयर। बट लोगों का नजरिया बदलना बहुत जरूरी है। कई बार लोग हर्ट करते हैं, वो मुझे बहुत बुरा लगता है। तो इसलिए मैंने कहा था कि द पीपल, जो हालचाल लेने वाला सिस्टम है, मैं उसके बहुत अगेंस्ट हूँ। लोग हालचाल लेके आपको और हर्ट करते हैं, तो वो मुझे बहुत बुरा लगता था। तो मैंने उसमें भी, उसके बारे में भी थोड़ी आवाज उठाई है कि ये सिस्टम बंद होना चाहिए। आपकी प्रायोरिटी होनी चाहिए कि आपका पेशेंट और केयर गिवर, उसकी आप ध्यान रखें।
लोग कर रहे हैं आजकल, लोग, पीपल आर गेटिंग स्मार्ट, बोलते हैं हमें किसी से नहीं मिलना, हम लेट अस हैंडल
मैंने तो
आवरसेल्फ।
बिल्कुल बंद कर दिया था, और मुझे सब लोग कहते थे कि सुरेखा थोड़ा सा ये हो गया, क्या हो गया, कितनी स्टोरी सुनी। बट ठीक है,
चलिए, ठीक
अपने
है, हम
आप
लोग,
को।
आई थिंक, बिकॉज वी आर इन द इंटरेस्ट ऑफ टाइम,
जी,
इफ
जी,
एनीबॉडी वांट्स टू
डेफिनेटली।
ऐड, बट वी आर वेरी हैप्पी टू हैव यू, एंड वी
और
विल,
एक कम्युनिटी जो
या
एक
या
दूसरे को समझती है, उससे बढ़ के क्या चाहिए आपको, बताइए।
नाइस, नाइस। ओके, कोई और है हु वांट्स टू ऐड, किसी को
No,
कुछ कहना
I
हो
just
तो?
want to say something to Surekha. I will discuss it in the next session.
जी।
I
या
didn't quite understand her this thing कि मैं किसी हालचाल जो पूछते हैं, मैं तो बोलती हूँ मैं कैंसर की पेशेंट हूँ।
नहीं, नहीं, जो मैं बीमार थी हॉस्पिटल में, दो लोग मिलने आए जब मेरा ऑपरेशन होना था, तो वो जिस तरह से बात करते ना, वो हर्ट होता था। उस वक्त की बात कर रही हूँ मैं। तो फिर
ओके,
मैंने
ओके।
अपनी बुक में भी वो डाला है कि वो जो राम प्रसाद की 13वीं है ना, जिसमें सुप्रिया पाठक एवरी टाइम शी विल नरेट द स्टोरी, तो आप उस वक्त पेन से जाते हो, आप अब
यस,
स्ट्रांग हो गए हो, आप रिकवर हो गए हो, अब आप फेस कर सकते हो किसी को भी। बट उस समय यू वर वल्नरेबल।
या
तो उस
एक्चुअली
समय
उस
मुझे
ये
समय उस समय मेरे पास कोई नहीं था ना, कोविड में हम तो अकेले थे, तो कोई आया ही नहीं
हम्म।
पूछने के लिए। तो
लकी
ठीक है।
यू।
नहीं, रूपा, रूपा जी, what she is telling, I can relate to that, क्योंकि one of my cousin called me, उसने बोला, अरे अरे तुम घबराओ मत, तुम्हें पता है मेरे गांव में वो जो लेडी वो अभी भी जिंदा है। मैंने कहा तुम्हें कौन सा मर रही
Oh
हो
my God.
वही मैं बोल रही हूँ कि ना वो हर्ट कर जाते हैं, और आप उस वक्त ना बहुत सेंसिटिव और वल्नरेबल होते हो। उस वक्त कोई भी कुछ बोलता है तो आपको थोड़ा हर्ट करता है। मुझे किया, बाकी का
सुरेखा,
मुझे नहीं
अब तो
पता।
मैं इतनी दिलेर हो गई हूँ. I know I use cancer as a playing card. I just fling
अच्छा,
it like this now because I'm so tired. I'm 71 and I said बोलो.
अच्छा,
I said I'm sorry. वो जैसे कैंसर सुनते हैं, अरे मैडम मैडम आप जाइए आप जाइए. I said ठीक है बाय
अच्छा,
बाय. चाहे वो एयरपोर्ट का लाइन हो, चाहे वो, I don't really care now because people are
ये,
insensitive in India. They have no rules, they have no regulations, they have no sense of personal space. तो then अपनी बना के चलो, बोलो, कोई झूठ तो नहीं बोला मैंने. So ठीक है. But chalo, I'm going, guys. Good night, good
Yeah,
morning,
we are.
wherever you are.
Good night, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. We are
very nice.
anyhow
Very nice to talk.
going to close.
okay.
If there is no one, किसी को और कुछ कहना तो नहीं है? माधव जी, थैंक यू वंस अगेन।
Thank
आपको
you.
या आपने आज का बहुत ही अच्छा रहा सेशन। आई थिंक पीपल they join and we get benefited in other way also। और जब
Definitely.
ये राइट एंड जब ये हम लोग इसको यूट्यूब पे भी डालेंगे, I'm pretty sure it will reach out to many more people and people will get inspired by your story। Thank you everyone। Thank you
Thank
Anjali ji,
you.
thank you Krishna,
Bye.
thank
Stay
you for your joy।
blessed.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Madhav
Thank
and
you, everyone.
everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thanks
bye।
a lot.